What are you saying? You're right?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, do I sound clear enough?
Yeah, you sound pretty clear, to be fair.
You sure?
I'm very sure.
Yeah, because my mic's been messing up. So I went to get it fixed, but the guy clearly didn't fix it. But as long as it's working. How you doing? You're right.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good, just chilling. How are
How's your day
you?
been?
It's been really nice, actually. I've just been in the sun most of it.
Reading anything? I know you like to read, innit?
I'm reading this book, actually. It's about the poet Rumi. I don't know if you know who that is.
Say that again, sorry?
It's about the poet Rumi.
Never heard of him.
Okay,
Go
well,
on.
he's
Give
like
me
a
some
really,
background.
like, spiritual poet. Like, he talks a lot about divine love. Like, he just basically loves God a lot and, like, shows that through his poetry. It's really good. It's
Wicked.
interesting.
Worth a read, yeah?
I'd say so, definitely.
Wicked. How you been finding quarantine?
Oh God, it's been a bit up and down, if I'm honest.
Go on.
Like, um, like I'm a bit of a free spirit, so I didn't really take very well to being told to stay indoors, basically. So that was a bit difficult to take at first, and then I sort of like just learnt to adapt and just did like lived how I felt was right to live. Um, like within boundaries, like before anyone starts atting me, like, but um, but yeah, like, but since then it's been really good. Like it's just been really good to spend time with the family. Like I'm quite lucky, I get on really well with my family, so it's been really nice just to chill with them, really. So
I
yeah.
think a lot of people during quarantine find that as one of their key things, the benefits of it, I suppose, isn't it? The
What
family
do you mean?
time.
Well, I think some people struggle with the family time, actually.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
Like you've got like people that are like in abusive situations as well, which is quite
Of course, yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
So
Also, same with kids. They were saying about kids being off school and obviously being at a home that might not be too good for them to be at, but they're going to have to constantly be there. Whereas school would have been their escape.
yeah, that's true.
So they're saying a lot about that as well. But obviously, the kids are going back to school sooner than later, I think, innit?
Yeah, I don't really understand that whole thing of like how year one and I think it's year one, year two,
Yeah,
and year
yeah, yeah.
six are going back. I don't understand it at all. I
Yeah,
really
it's
don't.
mad. Were you training before lockdown?
What do you mean, like
Like,
gym?
yeah, gym work.
Yeah, like I got into the gym quite a bit just before lockdown. And like when lockdown happened, I was like, oh no, like I can't go to the gym. What am I gonna do? But then like I just started doing home workouts and going for runs. So like I've been building my runs up. Like I'm not really like a great runner, and I don't really do like the longest distances. Like I've only got up to like 2.5 miles, which
That's lows. I ain't trying
really?
to run 2.5 miles.
Are you
I don't know,
joking?
man. I asked
No,
my
I
few
don't think
followers
that's
if they,
any. I've
I
well,
asked
I'm
my,
basic. Sorry, go on.
go on, go on.
No, I was just gonna say like I'm meant to be training for a half marathon. So
Oh
like
my gosh.
yeah, that's like
14 miles. 14 and a half.
nearly like 13.1, I think it is.
That is
So
absolutely doolally. When you meant to do it?
in September, but I don't know if it's gonna go ahead because of like all of this Corona stuff.
That'd be a godsend if it did, mate. If it didn't go ahead, you get to blight and tell everyone that you trained on that. It's all right.
Oh
It'll be good.
dear.
What
Yeah.
I see you said something about the walks thing. How you said you were finding going for walks during lockdown, then you went for a longer walk, and then it got longer, and sort of like finding your thoughts on that sort
Yeah,
of thing. Is that right?
that's kind of how I started the runs actually. Like I started off by walking, like because I literally wasn't leaving my house. Like I was just staying in bed the whole day, like doing nothing, like not even really watching TV or anything. Like I was literally just sleeping the whole time. And then I sort of decided that I wanted a bit more for myself. So I just started going on like little 10-minute walks here and there. And then I sort of built them up. Um, and then like just went from there really. So
Wicked.
yeah.
Explain to me something, please. Yeah. Remember,
Oh
you
god.
explained
Oh
to me
god. Oh
explained
god.
to me before. No, you explained to me before, but I think it's good for people to know what the soothe box is.
Oh, the self-soothe box.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think that was a really cool thing, man.
I'm gonna sit up for this. Right. So the self-soothe box is like basically something that you use in times of distress.
Right.
Like say if you're really, really, really anxious or like you're having a bit of a, I don't really want to use the word breakdown because I feel like that's a bit of a funny word to use sometimes, but like but yeah, but if you're like basically not in a good headspace, then you bring out your self-soothe box, and in the self-soothe box you put like 5 different things. I mean, you can put as many things as you want in it really, but like you put like things that stimulate each sense, so like obviously like taste, smell, hearing, etc, etc. And yeah, I've got a video like on the Youth Network page, like the full video. Like I've got a video on my page, but it's not the full video, but the full video is on the Youth Network page.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to like pin things, but
That's cool. I'll put it in the description when I upload it on YouTube if you want.
yeah,
No
that
problem.
sounds good. That sounds
Yeah.
good. That sounds dope.
So
So
go on,
how
you're saying, so it's got the smell, so what, a smell one, touch one. We'll
the
see, put
hear,
certain things in the box that relate to what your senses,
yeah, so like for example, like my touch one is prayer beads.
right?
And then like my hearing one is like my friend got me a CD player for my birthday, like as just like a bit of laugh, like a
Yeah.
bit of a laugh. And he made me this CD, so I've like put that in there, like so that it cheers me up, like if I'm a little bit like sad or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
That's wicked.
it's good.
How did you find, because I see, when I went on your page, I see you do the Luton thing you were saying,
Mm.
and like, I've seen you do a few more where like you talk about certain things on camera, and how do you find that? How do you find doing that? Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Don't really think about it, to be honest with you. Like obviously I get a bit nervous, like I'm human, so I get nervous,
Mm.
but it's fine. Like I think because I know that I'm doing it for like a good cause, if that makes sense.
Mm.
like like I'm doing it for something that I like kind of believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I think it kind of makes it seem and feel all right. So
What
yeah,
about the response from videos like that when you put them up? How do you find the response from people?
really positive actually. Like I do get quite a few DMs like of people saying like I found that really relatable, like, you know, I've been going through X, Y, and Z, or like, you know, I feel like this is really helping me, blah blah blah. like um like I think it just goes to show that like you don't need to have a diagnosis. Like obviously I've got a diagnosis which I'm very open about, but like you don't need to have a diagnosis in order to like to feel like sad or low or anxious or whatever. Like, you know, everyone goes through that.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like with I think social media has a big role into that, or not really?
In what way?
Into feeling, it could feel anxious, you could feel like you're not good enough, you could feel inadequate. You know, like certain, like for me, basically, I find I follow what I want to see. So if I don't
Right.
want to see certain things, I will not follow it. So it won't be in my head as sort of a certain constant thing. So I'll follow positive things that I want to see. Whereas I find people sometimes follow a lot of things and then get themselves worked up about certain things.
I hear that.
And it's like, I don't know, I think people have like a disconnect from, because of social media and how sometimes it portrays things. Obviously, I'm from a different era, sort of came between both. So I sort of know what it was with and without it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas some people are
totally.
born into it, like having like Snapchat in school. Like, I could never imagine having Snapchat in school and doing
I
like all the
know.
crazy stuff that people do. But it's, I don't know. I feel like a lot of young people go through a lot of people go through things, but a lot of young people, particularly nowadays, and especially it's good now that people are talking about it a lot more.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I agree. Like, I think you've got to be really selective as to like what you choose to like, because it's essentially like it's output that you're putting into your like self. Does that make
right?
sense? Like,
Yeah, of course.
so like you've got to be really selective about what you choose to like put into your life, like, and into your soul and all of the rest of that kind of thing. Like, you know, if you're going to be following like some angry like trap artist, like, you know, expect to feel angry some of the time. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, like go ahead and do that, like that's cool, that's your thing, but
Mm.
like
So I guess you
I
don't listen
I
to trap then.
I'm not a massive fan. Apparently I do listen to it sometimes, but I didn't realize I did. But like I'm not the biggest fan, I'm not gonna lie.
Cool. Yeah. What do you listen to?
Like my favorite artist is Kano. I
Right.
really, really like Kano. Like
Yeah.
he's really
What
good.
did you
Like
play today? I know you played something today.
how do you know?
Because everyone does, man. It's
Because it's
music, innit?
sunny.
Everyone starts with something nice, and you know what I mean, sets the mood. What have you been playing today? What's on the
Um,
Spotify?
Made in the Manor. Play the J Hus play.
Mm.
Um,
So you like a lot
I've
of
lit.
UK music?
Yeah, I like my UK music. To be fair,
Hmm.
I do.
Sweet. What do you think about people taking certain antidepressants or certain pills for, or the doctor, I guess, subscribing people to certain pills and people using them? How do you feel about that sort of thing?
Um,
So for me personally,
mm,
like I know a lot of people that are going through things. I've got a lot of family members that are going through things, and a lot of them that are diagnosed with a lot of serious things. So I've seen what it's like when they haven't taken a tablet, or maybe even an injection, to when they have, when they haven't to when they have, and it's a total different person. So I could sort of see what the tablet does, which makes everyone sort of safe around that with that particular person. But also, I've seen people that would go to doctors and abuse tablets, which I don't think they should be abusing, sort of thing.
I think like anything, there's always like the two extremes, and then you've got like that sort of middle path, right? Like, I used to be really, really against medication. Like anything like prescribed, like I used to be so against it. I because I got diagnosed with bipolar in 2012, and I got like prescribed medication straight away, and I was like, I'm not taking that. Like that's poison. That's not going in my body. Like
Right.
that was my mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like I had that mindset for a very, very long time. Like I'd say a good few years, and then like I ended up going into hospital at one point. Like I was really like low at the time, like just really down, just wasn't in a good place. Like wasn't as bad as like some people experience. Like I'm quite lucky in that sense, but um I just needed a bit of intervention, I guess. So ended up in hospital, and in hospital they kind of make you take medication. Like
Explain that to me. What do you mean, kind of make you?
so like so
If you
I
want to,
mean
you don't have to.
no, it's fine. I'm just trying to think of a way of explaining it. Like it's it's weird because like I've been in hospital as an informal patient, which basically means like you've chosen to be in hospital. But I've also been in hospital like as a section patient, which sounds like a big effery. And it kind of was, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna downplay it. But like it's a bit mad if I'm honest with you. Like they do actually force you, like they'll inject you your medication and that kind of
Right.
thing. Like, but there's always the worry that if you don't take it like willingly, then they will potentially force you to
So
take it.
it's funny sort of dynamic, really.
Mm,
How do you feel
100%.
about that? Is that cool?
Obviously, like it's not something I felt comfortable with. Like I said, I'm a free spirit, so
Mm.
to feel like I'm being forced to do something kind of just goes against my whole being, really.
Yeah.
Like it's not really something I feel comfortable with, but you
Sorry, just
know,
putting this in charge. Yeah, what was
that's
it like
fine.
in there? The
Um,
noise.
it was
Oh
interesting.
no,
It was
that's not
interesting. It was
good.
interesting.
Interesting.
I mean, I write a blog. Like I don't know if you know this, but I
Of
write a
course,
blog.
on your website.
Yeah.
Of
And
course.
I write a lot about it on there. Like, um, so,
Have a
you
look.
know, yeah, like
Yeah.
feel free to have a look if you're interested.
Yeah.
But
No, I had a little deep dive today actually on the website.
did you?
I thought interesting about the lockdown stuff and that. I thought, because I've never actually noticed you did that. Because I've never actually noticed you did that before. So I looked at it and I thought, a website. I thought that's pretty cool. It's like a blog sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know how I don't know how you can be so open. Like I find it really hard to. I get when you're writing it, it's a bit different, but I find it really hard to be open like that. So if anyone's watching, definitely go check. It's good. It's good, man. But it's like a loud diary, out loud diary, sort of thing.
Basically, yeah, but like
Yeah,
I put things on there that I feel comfortable putting on there.
of
Like I
course.
wouldn't put anything on there that like I feel would make anyone else that's really close to me like feel uncomfortable, like, or make me feel uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Like, so anything I put out there, like my dad reads my blogs,
Hmm.
like all my family, my friends, they read my blogs, like, so even if I say something that might seem a little bit off key, like
They know you
I've got their approval kind of
the
thing.
support. Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's wicked.
So
How
yeah.
did you how did you make the website? Like, did you make it yourself? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just like WordPress. It's a
I don't know what
WordPress.
the heck. I'm
It's
getting like used to all this like all this content sort of stuff. I don't know what that is,
it's
but it's good.
basically just like a blogging website. So
Yeah.
like you can join it for free and
Mm.
have like an at wordpress.com handle, or you can like pay and get your own
Nice.
like chosen website. But it's really cheap. It's like £15 a year or something ridiculous like that. So if anyone's
So
interested in doing that,
you
I'd
said
recommend
you
it.
got diagnosed in what year was it? Sorry.
2012, so
Right. So
8 years ago now, actually.
prior to that, like growing up and that and in school,
Yeah.
did you feel like there could have been something different, or did you feel like you was different, or other people were different, or?
I used to feel really like depressed quite a lot of the time.
Hmm.
And then it was only like when I went to uni like the second time, like when I was, I don't know, I think I was like 23, 24 or something, that I thought, do you know what? Like, I don't just get down. I'm a little bit erratic. Like, so like I get quite high and then I get quite low as well. And I thought, I don't know, maybe I should look into this. But the thing was, the reason why I actually looked into it in the first place was because um, I spent 4 weeks in my bed, did nothing, like just left my room to eat, like at night when everybody else was in bed, and just stayed in my room, like didn't communicate with anyone, missed all my lectures, like, and I paid my own money for that degree, like, so to be missing lectures when you're paying like stupid money for a degree,
Hmm.
like um, is just kind of says what kind of state you're in, really.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I just sort of decided at that point that I sort of needed some sort of help. I felt like I needed some help. So I sort of reached out to the GP, and I just literally just like had my iPad and just wrote loads of things down on it. Like I was pretty non-verbal, like I wasn't talking.
Hmm.
So I just gave her the iPad and was like crying like an idiot. I mean, I shouldn't really say that because there's nothing wrong with crying,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, but I was just like bawling my eyes out basically. And she sort of referred me on to counselling, and then like the counsellor referred me on to another GP, and the GP referred me on to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I can't really remember.
Hmm.
But yeah, like, so it was a bit of a journey. Like, if I don't know if anyone out there feels like they're experiencing something that they feel is a bit out of their control. And if they are, then like I think if you do reach out for help, like you've got to be prepared to like repeatedly ask for help. Like it's not an easy ride. It really isn't. Like um you've got to be prepared to like to work basically. Like it's a
No,
massive journey like of yourself. Like if you're ready to do that, then you know,
go for it.
basically, yeah.
Um, how did your family and friends treat you when say so you'd have certain episodes or whatever, and obviously maybe you weren't quite aware of what you was going through at the time. How would you say family and friends reacted to certain situations that now you look back at in hindsight that was because of how you felt and etc.
Um
Was people
well,
confused? Was it understanding at first? Did it take people time?
I'd say it
Or
took time. Like it was a bit of a mixed, like it was a bit mixed. Like I remember one time my dad was like, um, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Like you're fine. Like you don't have anything." Um, like, and I know that he meant it like in a like positive way, but like
mm,
I took it really badly because I just thought like, how can you say that? Like I've been diagnosed. Like I experienced like really like suicidal feelings. Like I've never acted upon them, but like, you know, like I feel like that when I'm really, really down, like, and then like I get like hypomanic where I'm like jumping off the walls kind of thing. Like obviously like I'm lucky because I have stable times too. It's not just like up and down kind of thing.
What about when you're really happy?
When I'm really happy, oh god.
Yeah, that's cool. Or is it a proper extroverted happiness?
It's very extroverted and it's very not PG if I'm honest with you. So I'd rather not go into that. But like, but yeah, like it's a bit of a mad one, really.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's wicked, man. You feel comfortable talking about it?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like you're pretty good, like, to talk to as well.
You reckon?
I reckon. Like, you come across really well. Like, I watched the podcast with Mike, and like, I don't know, like you're good at like asking questions and that.
Do you know what though? It's kind of a cheat card because I know so many people.
Okay.
So like I know Mike, so it's like I would speak the same to him. Like so, for me speaking to you like this is kind of like I was nervous with it sort of thing, innit? But
okay.
It's the same as like if I met you in person, innit? I guess. But I've seen you in person before, obviously.
Yeah.
But for me to go on camera and say right and to try and navigate a conversation to make you feel comfortable, it is kind of hard. But you have to it's what I like doing. I like listening, I like talking to people, innit? So why not do it, sort of thing.
I hear that.
So I'm cool with it, man. But yeah, thanks. I enjoyed the Mike one as well. That was pretty funny. He's a good guy, Mike.
That's good.
I'm going to hit you with a bonus round, yeah? Some bonus questions.
All right, go on.
Is that all right?
Go on.
All right. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Fanta or Tango?
Fanta.
Dark or light?
Dark.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
What's your favourite cereal?
Golden Nuggets.
Really? Why do you pick all these crazy? These crazy
Why are you making up my postcode for?
Well, listen, there's a big place. There's a big place. Don't worry, I'll cut it. I'm sorry, man. You look crazy picking these crazy cereals. A song that you listen to that people wouldn't know. Or people wouldn't expect you listen to, should I say?
That people wouldn't expect me to listen to.
Don't say drill either.
No, the Pixies, Where Is My Mind?
What type of genre is it?
It's kind of like a bit rocky.
Okay, cool. 3 most influential people in your life, would you say?
Definitely my mum and dad.
That's a proper cheap one, that is.
Is it really? No, but you don't. Cool. They've done so much. Like
that's cool. It's cool. I get
they've done so much. Yeah, definitely my mum and dad. I don't know, because I've got like 4 siblings, and I can't like choose one of them, because if I choose one of them,
put them all in. Don't worry. Have them all in. Don't worry. We put them all in. But you can DM me later and tell me who the third person was. Don't worry, we can put them all in for that. Your favourite book?
40 Rules of Love.
Really? I'm gonna have to read these books, man.
Yeah.
I'm an audiobook person. If I'm going to listen to a book, to be honest, I read very select few books.
Okay, I think this is a good book to read, to be fair.
What's it called?
40 Rules of Love.
Oh, cool. Favorite film?
Fight Club.
Really? That's cool. Brad Pitt.
I forgot the other guy's name. Begins with N, doesn't it? Whatever that.
What, in Fight Club?
Yeah, I can't remember his name now. I really like him.
People are going to go nuts. People are going to say, you don't know who that is. You don't know who that is.
I can't remember his name. Can you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Best place you've travelled to?
Oh God, that's a hard one. I'd probably say Fez in Morocco.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful, very beautiful place.
Wicked, man. Well, hope we had a good time.
Definitely. It's been good, man.
Don't be a stranger now. It'll be cool.
All right.
Yeah?
All right.
All right, sick. I'm going to upload it and that, and then I'll send it to you first and I'll upload it. We'll send it to you. You let me know what you think and then I'll upload it.
All right, cool.
Cool?
All right, cool.
All right. See you later. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Episode 2. I was sick, man.